So Katrina, you want to tell yourself, the audience, what you about you, and then we can go into the interview.
Sure. Well, I am most known from being on Nickelodeon's All That. I played Ross Perot, I played the Lemonade Scammer, I played Roseanne, all kinds of other characters with lots of makeup, so you might not recognize me. And also known for some stand up comedy, a bazillion music videos, and all sorts of other things.
Okay, so I went to your panel yesterday, and I learned that you were also not only an actor but a writer for some of the sketches. And because you weren't able to talk to, like people don't know that about you as far as your writing skills. I want you to tell me a little bit about some of the sketches you did that you came up with yourself, if you're able
Okay.
to.
Sure,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, one thing that was really cool about my show is that we had a lot of freedom to come up with our own lines, our own characters, our own voices, our own makeup looks, or also full sketches. One of my favorites that I wrote that I came up with was The Wizard of Cos. So it's The Wizard of Oz because I wanted to play Dorothy, but we have Keenan who could do a Bill Cosby, so we made it Wizard of Cos. And then I'm supposed to take a shower, but I'm a girl and I don't want to take a shower. So I sing all about how I don't want to take a shower and then meet all of the other cast members who are all of these Alice in Wonderland, Wizard of Oz
I
type
started off rough
characters.
too, so it's fine. It's the morning.
It's
Yeah.
early,
Yeah.
the coffee hasn't set in, but that's just one of many. But that was probably my favorite one, my biggest one. That was a very long one.
All right, so I learned that you did 7 auditions to get to all that, right?
Yes.
Was there one in particular where you felt like it was really nerve wracking, or was it all of them were just really challenging? Do you have one that sticks out where you're just like, like it's just really hard to even like wrap your head around like how to approach it, or were you kind of smooth sailing?
Actually, no. I was lucky because most of the audition, well, it was all comedy, and I was already a comedian. I was already doing stand up when I was a little kid, so that part didn't bother me. I was lucky because we were doing a lot of improv, and I had already been training doing improv. And one of the kids that was in my improv class was in the audition with me. So I felt more comfortable, I think, probably than everybody else because I kind of had a little heads up on the competition because I had a friend with me. It just worked out that way. I mean, we couldn't have planned it any better, but we didn't plan it. You don't get to choose what time you go in. It just worked out that way.
So speaking of your comedy, like I know you started doing it when you were younger. Would you say that your comedy style in terms of your stand-up set is similar to how you approach humor now, or have you evolved with the
Oh
times?
no, it used to be very wholesome. My how things have changed. Well, I think in stand up, the best thing you can do is be you, unless you're being someone else, like a completely different character, like an imitation. But otherwise, the funniest things are the true things. So I used to be a kid, but I can't talk about needing an allowance now. I mean, I can, but it's different kind of daddy, if you know what I mean. So I think no, it's completely changed because I've completely changed, but also age wise, and my little fat jokes about being prepubescent wouldn't quite work right now. Kind of mix it up.
It's all about evolution. So you mentioned you were a video vixen at one point,
Mhm.
and I've watched a lot of BET and MTV music videos, and now I got to rewatch it. But I
Mhm.
just figured I'd just ask you so I would not have to Google everything. What videos could we find you in if we were just like just going down the rabbit hole of like video vixens and
Well, I'm kind of easy to point out because I'm usually the only blonde, the only white girl, unless it's a Kid Rock video, and then I just look like everybody else. But I did a lot of those ones. But a lot of rap videos.
do you have like your favorites that, like as far as like being on set or like a rapper that you liked and you were able to be on their video?
I do have a favorite, but it's embarrassing because, well, it's Uncle Cracker.
Okay, I mean I'm gonna
I
look that
know
up.
you were
Yeah.
expecting something really cool
Yeah.
like P Diddy,
No, no,
but
it's fine.
P Diddy was
Uncle
wearing
Cracker is cool.
P
Like,
Diddy was wearing puffy pants. I made fun of him. He didn't like it. It was a thing.
okay, okay. I see how it was. So speaking of just how much your comedy has evolved and how you went from wholesome to more liberated, let's talk
Like
about
that.
thank you. Let's talk about uncensored radio.
Yes. Uncensoredradio.live is a network of shows that are interactive podcasts talking about all of my favorite things. Like one topic might be sexy time mishaps, or what is something weird that somebody did to hit on you and you're like, what did this, how did they come about with this idea? So it started out with me and Jeffrey Emmett and Karen Ashley, our Yellow Ranger, about 10 years ago. And we have probably maybe 1,000 episodes with Karen Ashley doing her magic. You can go back and check them all out. They're all on the YouTube, on the Facebook. They're all over all the socials. And then lately, we've added on camera. So in the beginning, it's all audio. And then later, you get to look at us and watch us too.
Cool. I'm gonna check it out. I don't know if you're able to talk about it, but I did hear that you have a new show coming out called. Can I say it? Child Star Reboot.
Yes.
Okay. I was trying to make sure. So you have a new show coming out that I can confirm is Child Star Reboot, and I think it's a very interesting concept, and I want you to talk about that more.
Well, I can't talk about it too
sorry.
much.
No, yeah, you're right. I'm just.
We could just do a little twinkle.
Okay, I guess
little,
give us a little
tease,
synopsis.
Little tease.
Yes. Yeah, tease us.
Well, it is talking about all the things you don't know about of what it's like to be a child star, and all of the things that we particularly went through. There's a lot of Nickelodeon stars on there, and talks about things like we used to write our own sketches, we used to write our own shows, and sometimes they would take all of our writing and give it to someone else and make a whole other show. Things like that you wouldn't necessarily ever know unless you heard it from us.
Surviving Nickelodeon. I was kidding. Don't quote me on that.
I survived. I liked it. I'm good.
Yeah, but that's awesome. So, were you one of the creators of it as far as like the idea?
No. I am a late addition because I like to spill the tea, and everyone likes to hear the tea. So, they're like, let's get that one on. Yeah. She has a lot to say.
Yeah. All right, so because I believe that this one's going to be on a streaming platform, right? So I know you started out on like network television, you know what I mean? Like we watch on the TV screen, and now everything's so digital. So I wanted to know your opinion as far as like this new wave, right? Like we went from just like, oh, you can catch me on so-and-so and watch through the commercials, and if you don't watch it, you'll never see me until next week. Now it's it's like you can watch it whenever. Like how do you feel about that change in television and film?
Well, I kind of think it's amazing because the whole point is that you're making this art, you're making this product, you're expressing this experience for everyone to have. And now it's readily available everywhere all the time. So I feel like it's only getting better.
So do you have any, I know we talked about Child Star Reboot, and I know you signed NDAs, so I'm just going to tease it out there, and you can always say no. Is there anything else you would like the audience to know about you as far as like, whether it's podcasts or shows or projects that you want to plug?
I'm available. If you're single, holla at your girl.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. So let's talk about where they can find you, and if you have any other stuff you want to share as well.
Well, you can go ahead and all subscribe to the YouTube channel Uncensored Live. Also, make sure to follow me at Katrina A. Johnson on Instagram. The Twitter, the Book of the Faces, all the things. I'm there. Check me out.
Awesome. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. End. Okay. I'm trying to find out where it says end broadcast. I was like, we're just literally just lingering.
In broadcast, and you're good.